Now, today's video is going to be a lot less fun than what I usually do, but I think that this is an important video to make regardless. In today's video I have to warn you about online pump and dump schemes, specifically in this case Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin on its own isn't a scam or anything. It's a simple, cute little cryptocurrency that can be used for, small trades and that sort of thing. But the way that people are using it at the moment is scammy, or at the very least misleading. Now, yesterday I made a cute meme video about Dogecoin, and I have to admit, at the time I made it, I didn't really know what was causing all the hype around Dogecoin, and I just put that out there as a sort of cute meme that people could enjoy. And I'm sure that a lot of other people probably didn't know what was going on at the time. Now, I'm not going to take that video down, since I think that if taken in the right context, it's a pretty cute meme. But I absolutely will make sure that that video has this video linked somewhere in it, so that people don't think that that cute meme video is somehow an endorsement of a pump and dump scheme. It's not. Now, the problem with Dogecoin is very much that most of the attention around it has been very positive. Even the mainstream media has been hyping it up with very little caution, and people on Reddit and that definitely are not helping. And they're hyping it up to be this great thing, but to be honest, it really isn't. Sadly, it's a pump and dump scheme, which essentially means that an almost useless asset has been hyped up, and the people who have hyped it up can now sell their incredibly valuable Dogecoins for a high price, while everyone else is left buying useless coins. Now, to avoid being overly cynical here, I have to say, I don't actually know whether there's some masterminds behind this scheme that are becoming rich, or whether or not this is an accidental pump and dump scheme. It's honestly hard to tell because this really could just be internet hype. And to be honest, I don't think that it is possible to tell the difference. Now, you might ask how exactly I know that this is a pump and dump scheme. Well, the biggest evidence really is that this has happened before. Last year, Dogecoin exploded in value because of similar online hype and then collapsed. And chances are, by the time that you're watching this video, the same has happened this year. If you look at Dogecoin, you can see all of the signs of a pump and dump scheme are there too. The asset isn't particularly valuable, but people are certainly hyping it up through misleading positive claims. Now, I think avoiding this sort of thing all boils down to common sense. Dogecoin definitely will not be the last pump and dump scheme, so it's absolutely important that you stay vigilant. The most obvious way to do that is to avoid anything that sounds too good to be true. You won't become rich overnight by buying a meme cryptocurrency. Inevitably the hype will wear off and the coin will return to its usual market price. Anyone who tells you that there will be a second peak very soon is more likely than not wrong, and I've seen a lot of people making that claim. If anything like this happens again in the future, don't fall for it. There's a rule of thumb that I have for cryptocurrency that goes like this. If you've heard of it, it's probably too late. Now that's not an absolute rule, and it's fairly extreme, but that is to say that if you know of a cryptocurrency and you know that it exists, it's probably too late to become insanely wealthy from it. Most of the people who become millionaires off Bitcoin invested long before it was a big thing and highly valuable after all. Finally, I'd like to give some advice for anyone who's fallen for this scheme. If you have some Dogecoin, contrary to the advice at the moment from the people who are doing the pumping and dumping, I'd recommend selling it. As with anything, it's not impossible that the price will rise again, but I find it to be highly unlikely. At the moment, Dogecoin is still selling for more than it did before the price spike, but there's no guarantee that it'll stay that way. So I would sell now to avoid losing more than you have to. Now, to end this video off, I have to say, nothing that I've said here is by any means fact. There's no such thing as absolute fact or perfect advice when it comes to cryptocurrency or trading generally. It's entirely possible that I am just full of it and just spouting nonsense, and Dogecoin could soar in value, and there's no way to know that. But I think that it would be safest to get off this hype train as soon as possible.